I did the research on was Max Liffman. Max Liffman was born to a Jewish salesman in Mannheim, Germany in 1921. A little fact about Mannheim, Germany: during World War II, Mannheim was not an important industrial center for Nazi Germany. It was, it was an important industrial center for Germany, and it was heavily damaged during air raids by the RAF and the U.S. Air Force. And another fun fact about Mannheim is that that's where Carl Benz first made his car, which later turned out to be the Mercedes-Benz Corporation, which was pretty cool. On the morning of November 10th, Max's mother called him at school and told him to leave school and meet his cousin in Heidelberg and to call her at 5 p.m. This was because at that time there were raids going on, and she wanted him to get out of town as fast as he could. He ran away. He passed the burning synagogue, and then he went to the train station. He got on the train. He left. He got there. He met his cousin and walked around the woods. And then at 5 o'clock he called his mom, and then she said the worst was over and to come home, but there were still troops there. This is a little quote from him saying that in his area he got lucky because the Nazis weren't planning on the final solution yet. So instead of shipping him directly to concentration camps, they kind of sent him to the ghetto in the French occupied zone first, which helped him because at this time he was a young boy. He was still in school, and he wasn't too old yet. But on October 20th, Max's mother were deported to France, and then they were moved on to the Gurs concentration internment camp in France. Max, he didn't fully understand why he had to leave, and his quote says, "No, you weren't happy to leave. My parents had grown up in normal times, and until 1933 had a good life. We didn't really know what was going on. You didn't know what was going to happen." So he was, like I said, he was still a young child, so he didn't fully understand what was going on yet. And even him talking, he wasn't too religious. He wasn't too Jewish religious at the time. 1940, he was deported to Gurs, and 64,000 estimated people were sent there. The Gurs was a Nazi camp until a little bit after 1940, until France got liberated, and then Gurs flipped it and turned into it housed German prisoners. So it kind of flipped the ship there, and I thought that was interesting. This is where it gets kind of fun, not fun, but this is where it gets kind of interesting. After that, he was taken away, and he was taken into lines. He met his wife in the concentration camp he was at, which was interesting and kind of somewhat romantic if you can think about it like that. But she was dragged away into Les Chambon in France, and then he told her that they were going to meet up, and made a little place to meet up, and then Max and his friends, they ran away, and then they managed to get to where she was at, and by luck a group of girls walked by in the morning right by where they were hiding, and one of them happened just to be his wife. So it's kind of a love story in that matter. And then they tried to go to Switzerland, but they were denied access because they thought they were more of a threat to society than they were. And then they met up with a guy, and they took him back to Switzerland, and then they spent a few weeks in a quarantine camp, and then they ended up that they were free after that, which was good for them. And one of the best quotes he had was, he was asked, "Did you ever feel fear when you lived in Nazi Germany?" His reply was, "No. Fear was not something I knew. You knew you were apprehensive, but I didn't have fear." And it's just, I thought his story was pretty interesting. Being young and being sent away, he didn't really know what was going on, and then ending up meeting his wife, and then by sheer luck finding her again and being able to settle down and have a happy life.
Thanks, Michael.